What is up, My Hero Nation? It is another episode of My Hero, My Life. I bet you've already read the title, so you know what we're talking about. But hey, before we jump into it, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And hey, check us out on Twitter and on Discord. You can find links to that all down in the description below. Guys, we are on our way to 5K. Make sure that you guys subscribe. Be a part of that. Be a part of the My Hero Nation. Let's take this channel to the next level. That being said, let's do this. What if Overhaul had joined the League of Villains? Like, the whole start of this, Twice was bringing Overhaul to Shigaraki because somehow he had thought that Overhaul was wanting to join the team. What if that was actually true? What if that's what Overhaul really wanted? Now, I know that might be kind of strange because Overhaul was definitely a free thinker. He definitely was a planner. He definitely was different than Shigaraki. But what if he valued Shigaraki in a way that obviously he didn't in the anime? And what if it was that value in Shigaraki that caused him to say, you know what? I want to be a part of the League of Villains. Because we know that he saw value in Shigaraki, at least from the standpoint of being able to have recognition, to have maybe some monetary value and things like that. But what if he saw it deeper enough to say, you know what, I'm willing to come under you? I know that may have ended up changing Overhaul's plan depending on what Shigaraki was going to say, but I believe that if Overhaul was willing to join the League of Villains, that there would have been a few things that happened. Number one, I think that our good friend Overhaul would have become kind of what Shigaraki needed. Someone that could help plan what was going to happen. He would be able to plan other attacks if they wanted to attack anyone or do anything like that, but also help Shigaraki figure out what is it that truly is my goal. Because Shigaraki's always struggled with that. He struggled with that with Stain, and even when he was confronted by Overhaul. But I think that having someone like Overhaul would have really helped him. And I think that eventually Overhaul would have gotten Shigaraki's trust to kind of become his right-hand man. And therefore, when Shigaraki's trying to make decisions, when Shigaraki's trying to figure out, hey, what should I do? Overhaul, with being very smart, very meticulous, being able to help Shigaraki figure things out and ultimately help the League of Villains. Another thing when it comes to this idea of Overhaul joining the League of Villains, I think that having the support of the League would have helped him in his own plans. Actually, we learned in the anime that having Twice and Toga there on the premise actually backfired and hurt him ultimately because he wasn't 100% together with the League of Villains. But I think that if Overhaul would have joined the League of Villains and shared with Shigaraki his plan and his desire to make these bullets that take quirks away, I think Shigaraki would have gotten on board. And I think that Shigaraki would have been more than happy to have lended his support with that, so meaning the other people being there. And I think that there is a possibility that when Overhaul's little base, or whatever you want to call it, headquarters, was raided, the entire League of Villains would have been there. And that would have been a different story. Because it was one thing taking on the Shichibukai and trying to take out all them, but then add all of the League of Villains and them actually wanting to take down the heroes and the police. Because the difference was with Twice and Toga, they were just trying to screw over Overhaul as much as they could. They were ticked off. They were mad at how things had gone. And I think in this kind of scenario, they would have been all for helping out a fellow comrade in their established team. And I think that Shigaraki being there, especially with his crazy powers, would have been very beneficial, especially if he was in that fight with Overhaul. If both of them were taking on Lemillion, if both of them were taking on Deku, if both of them were taking on Sir Night-Eye or anyone else that had popped up, I think the heroes would have lost. But, with that being said, if they had really teamed up, I think they would have done a little bit more research when it comes to like Sir Night-Eye and his agency, and maybe he would have gotten either more heroes involved or just figured something else out, because obviously he's a very planned kind of guy as well. I just really think that ultimately, if Overhaul would have been more than willing to really join the League of Villains, it would have helped him and his plan way more. But instead, he came off as an arrogant prick and tried to screw over Shigaraki ultimately, because Shigaraki wants to be boss. And whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But the point is it didn't help him in the end run by trying to be the top dog to run the show. He should have been willing to pledge his allegiance to Shigaraki, and I think that would have helped him have a much different turnout, and we'd be talking about a much different story. Maybe I'd be doing a what if Overhaul didn't join the League of Villains, but hey, that's a whole different universe, I guess, that would have happened, but obviously it didn't. But hey guys, what do you think would happen if Overhaul had joined the League of Villains? Do you think it would have actually helped at all, or do you think it would have been the exact same outcome? Could you see things being different, or no, this is kind of just a dumb concept? There's no way Overhaul would have ever joined. What are your thoughts? Leave those down in the comments below. Guys, thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you that's been following along, joining these videos, watching them, commenting down below. Man, you guys are awesome. Guys, we are on our way to 5K. Make sure that you guys subscribe. Be a part of that. Be a part of the My Hero Nation. Let's take this channel to the next level. Guys, thanks again, and we will see you guys next time.